Hello everyone. I was just reading a magazine. I like this magazine, Real Simple. I'm not sure how many of you read magazines. I like magazines, and this is kind of an interesting magazine. It's, as you can see, it's the start of the holiday season. Here's Thanksgiving. And what's interesting about this magazine is I was reading it, and it really made me think about our GoPro entrepreneur. And I put all these tabs in here just about, and I'm going to flip through these kind of quickly just to show you just some kind of quick and easy creative ideas and things that go through an entrepreneur's mind as they're trying to, think about new ideas and quick and easy things that you may be thinking about as a business person. And in many cases, an entrepreneur, what they do is they try to solve problems of customers and trying to make things better for people. So let me start flipping through here again, real quick and easy on this process. And again, this is kind of a upscale magazine. I don't know if you've ever seen this magazine. A little bit more upscale than other magazines, but you'll see very quickly. And I'll just tab through here. Coffee. This is Folgers. I don't know if you can see all this real quick. Folgers instant coffee. Folgers, as you can see, is trying to compete with all of the coffees from Wawa all the way to Starbucks to Dunkin' Donuts, and I don't know if you know this exactly, but all of these home coffee brands, their sales are just dropping like a bomb. And so they're trying to come up with some type of crazy way to compete. And so, they're just trying to come up with different types of milks and different types of ways to compete. It's really, really kind of difficult. Just flipping away here. In this magazine, they ask these questions and answer. And so here it is, the Christmas season and the Thanksgiving season. And this question was, tell me something about being a host at Thanksgiving. It's kind of interesting. And whether you're a restaurant or you're an Acme or ShopRite, there's a real strong movement for people to host Thanksgiving Day parties. And one of the things that people really complain about as, going to these Thanksgiving things is they don't get any leftovers. So what these hosts are doing is they're cooking or buying another turkey and giving people Tupperware things full of turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce. So if you're an Acme or a ShopRite or you're a restaurant of some kind, here's a creative idea in terms of you trying to generate more business and even a catering aspect of it, a new opportunity for you to sell more turkeys, another opportunity for you just to be creative from that perspective. And then you're just moving that further. There's another movement, and I don't know, I've been trying to do this for years. I'm not a big turkey fan, and in here it said, someone else agreed with me, is that if you're able to, as a restaurant, can you get people to come in for your restaurant, or if you're an Acme, a ShopRite, or another business, can you get someone to say, make lasagna, make roast beef, or maybe that's the second thing that you sell or make for your Thanksgiving holiday. I know it's a hard sell, but through marketing and a competitive attitude, and even price, to get people to try something different. Here's somebody said, a Jamaican Thanksgiving holiday theme, something creative, something different, just trying something different. So be creative with the way you do things, and that's the beauty and the challenge of entrepreneurship. I just put this here, anything natural, dark oats, molasses, anything natural. If you have a restaurant, a business, any type of food business, there's a real strong movement towards anything natural. This is a business, I think you've seen this or heard this, Rocket Mortgage. It's a part of the Quicken Loan things. The loan business, finance business. I mean, there's a real movement. If you can get in this business, it's really challenging the traditional bank. I mean, you may have heard this commercial where they're doing loans, online, instant approval almost, or within a day you'll get your mortgage processed. I mean, it is so absolutely amazing, and it's really what customers want. Remember, entrepreneurs solve customer problems, and customers have been so tired of having to generate papers and tax returns and pay stubs and appraisals and surveys from the old mortgage companies. Here's Rocket Mortgage saying, we're done with all that. We're going to get you approved today. It's wonderful. Dogs, animals. I mean, who would have thought that dogs and animals would have become such a powerful market? Here's a product with Purina. Purina is an old dog food product, but grain-free. They're making these dog and cat foods with no grain, all meat, all protein. They're just such, the pet food market is so powerful. You can't just have a hard bag of dog food anymore. You have to have nutritious dog food. It's I want to say, but it's almost crazy. But you can't just have plain old dog food anymore. You have to be and treat your dog like a part of the family. Organic, again, have to be part of the natural and organic. Here's this crappy juice box. You know, you put it in your lunchbox. You've all had juice boxes. It's organic now, and I'm not even sure what actually organic means. But I guess there's no food coloring, nothing. But it always goes back to the fruit that what it's grown. There can't even be any type of pesticides or any type of fertilizer in the farm from that perspective. So organic's big now. What do we got here? Here's anybody who's starting and thinking of some type of technological business. Here's this Cozy. This is an app for family calendars. You put the app up, your family logs into it, they find out where everybody is, all the kids, the father, the mother, aunt or uncle. The kids know where everybody is, who's supposed to pick up who. Just family organizing things. And I know everybody's busy out there, and rather than just the old paper calendar, or were you supposed to pick up the kids? I mean, just a technological aspect. All businesses have apps now. If you can create your own, wonderful. Here's a company, but your business needs to have some type of technical application. This, I don't know where you can see this, but this magazine is called Real Simple, and I just stopped here. I mean, look at this Thanksgiving Day spread. This is not real simple. I thought this was kind of funny, but that's not real simple. Moving on here, look at this Silk milk. You know, I grew up in a family, we had milk, you have milk. Look at Silk. They have almond milk, they have cashew milk, they have coconut milk, they have a regular almond milk back here with more protein, and then they have original Silk milk with protein added. Dairy-free plant milk. It's such a big movement. People don't want cow milk anymore. I'm not sure, I've never had it, but again, they're starting baking with Silk. Bakeries are starting to use this. Again, solving problems as entrepreneur. Can you run a whole bakery on this, or should you just have products solving customer problems? Do you want to start a division of this? Just being creative and innovative. I put this here. I've never had this either. I hear it all the time. Kale. If you own a restaurant, do you need to have different and new vegetables and proteins? Like this is just chicken, obviously, but kale. And we as a society, we've become foodies. We're foodies because of the Food Network. The Food Network has told us that we need kale. The Food Network has told us that we need chipotle and chorizo and all kinds of crazy things that I've never heard of. And now they're telling us kale. We need kale. Because they tell us, and we expect it when we go into restaurants. And you'll see, even things at McDonald's. McDonald's has a chorizo, a chipotle on some of their sandwiches, and McDonald's has this because we're foodies, and it's part of our social cultural changes that happen. An entrepreneur sees those changes. Not to spend time on this page, I don't know a whole lot about women's underwear, but the bra industry is changing. You can just see this, the new favorite bras. There's no underwires here. You can see here that there's a woman who's pregnant. She has a different type of bra, different types of bras. And I know obviously all types of things change, seamless bras, and it's important for all industries to change. Here's a company that saw something that needed to change, and they made some changes with it. In the back of many of these magazines, you'll see little ads like this that have added small business. They added little ads. Like here's a company that makes custom-made furniture out of pine, and you can see its little bunk beds. Here's a company that you send them all of your old college T-shirts, and they'll make a quilt out of it and put it on the wall. You may have seen that before. You know, just here's some little jewelry. If you've ever gone to one of these little festivals or you know, a flea market type of things, people make homemade jewelry. Well, here's an entrepreneur called the Vintage Pearl. A company has created their own website, driven you there. They put their little ad in this magazine to drive people to that business. Here's you know, an eye cream. Here's a kinky curl, a gel for your hair. Here's a sock grams delivered by Santa Claus. Just businesses that have their ideas, and this is part of their marketing plan to try to drive you to their business. They don't have storefronts, just a website, and they needed to get their marketing out from that perspective. So with that, I just thought, again, here's just a typical magazine. There's hundreds of magazines like this, but all of these ideas are all around us everywhere. And here's the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur just has this eye, this drive, this idea that says, I'm going to make something better. I'm going to solve the problem of the customer. And that's what we do as business people every day. Now, again, as we talk about all the time, entrepreneurs do it for themselves. They make all the money. But don't forget that if you're working for a company, being the entrepreneur, don't forget that if you work at Acme, that maybe you go to your boss and say, hey, maybe we should be selling turkeys, cooked turkeys, more turkeys. Maybe we should have a lasagna at Thanksgiving drive to get people to buy and try and get them to buy lasagnas. Be creative, be thoughtful, never be afraid to try something different. But do your research, make sure that there's a market for it, make sure that there's a true need for it, and go get those people and solve people's problems, and you'll be amazed at how much money flows your way. Don't be afraid to be an entrepreneur. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later.